Hey everybody, TC here with a weekend haul from Record Krate. I got my most recent shipment from them. This is the last of the big shipments until probably next month because I can't stop buying from them. It's just self-control is what I need here. I spend way too much money. This one's all over the road, so I'm just going to start with the first set of them, the CDs that are still left. I have a few more coming that haven't come in this shipment. There's still a few more, but this is the bulk of it. And don't mind me. Talks amongst yourselves. All of these were $1 during Adam's big dollar CD sale, and so I figured $1 is worth taking a chance on them. Even Paris Hilton needs $1. She actually does well as a singer. She had a few hits a few years ago as a singer. I never owned this, surprisingly. Jim Croce's Greatest Hits. Love his stuff. I have... Don't laugh. I love the guy. Zamfir, Greatest Hits. I know Adam and Don and Mario are two hip chips. Give me a little hassle every now and then because I like Zamfir, but I do. It's friendly hassle. It's not bad hassle. It's fun hassle. That one's a duplicate. I have 3 of these meditation systems, all coming from Dr. Jeffrey Thompson. I thought, wow, this sounds interesting to see what they do. And they're $1 a piece. There's the Delta Sleep System, the Alpha Relaxation System, and the Theta Meditation System. I have no ideas what these are, but $1 a piece, I figured I'd try them out. I figured they'd be new age music, but there probably is on some of them. We'll see what happens. And 3 more Greatest Hits collections. The Greatest Hits of Prince, which I do not have any of his stuff on CD that I remember. Most of it are singles or I have Around the World in a Day. Oh, I do have Purple Rain on CD. Billy Joel's Greatest Hits, Volume 2, Volume 1 and Volume 2. This is everything from the first 7 or 8 years. And this isn't a hits collection, but it is a lot of hits stuff on it. Although it is, yeah, I guess it is kind of a hits collection. I was thinking there was a couple of originals, but maybe not. Stevie Wonder, Original Musicarium 1. And yeah, it is a Greatest Hits collection. So that's just what I know. So those are the CDs. That was my work phone beeping, if you just heard that. Next we're going to go to the LPs. And of course, I have nowhere to play these yet. My turntable is still not here. I am getting fed up because the one I ordered has showed up at a lot of local retail places, but the place I ordered it from is still back ordered. So I've decided that I'm going to reorder with them a different turntable if it isn't ready by the end of this week. It's just I don't want to spend a lot of money because I have a Marantz back in storage. This was just supposed to be a midline, easy to use, to get me so I could start digitizing until I can get my Marantz out of storage, which will probably be another year or 2. So I'm a little irritated about it, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, for albums, Living Stereo, Sounds in Space. This is a demonstration record. It's designed to have all different types of music and such for people looking to get new stereophonic equipment back when it first came out in the 1950s. Paul Murriott, who I'm a big fan of, and Theme from a Summer Place. I don't know the exact year. Does it say here? It has to be 72. Yeah, 72, because Apres Toi is on here. Apres Toi, as sung by Vicky Leandros, was the 1972 Eurovision winner for Luxembourg. How's that for useless information? The 12-inch single of I Who Have Nothing by Sylvester. I have been a big Sylvester fan. He was one of the best disco acts around, and this is no exception. I'd love to get Dance Disco Heat and You Make Me Feel Mighty Real on the 12-inch too. I've got Dance Disco Heat out of 45, And Mighty Real I think I have on MP3, but this is the first time I've had that one. Melissa Manchester, who I seem to be collecting lately. I've gotten 7 or 8 of her albums in the last few months. I always liked her. I already had 3 or 4 of her albums, but this one, I've been getting all of her early stuff. This was Better Days and Happy Endings. This includes her first big chart hit, Just You and I, which was from 1974, I believe. It was before Midnight Blue became a huge hit. There's another one in here, too. This is a promo, and I thought this would be cool to have, from Elektra Records. Interesting sleeve listing all their releases, and that wonderful white Elektra white label promo. It is the September releases from 1971? Really? Some of these don't seem like they go back that far. The Whackers, Jeannie Green, Lindisfarne. I didn't think Lindisfarne had been around. They had their hit in 77, 78. Lonnie Mack, more by Jeannie Green, more by the Whackers. Interesting stuff. We'll see. I've always wanted these. I've never bothered to get them. I've listened to them online digitally. I love them. Linda Ronstadt and What's New. This is the first of the 3 albums of standards she did with Nelson Riddle and his orchestra. Love the stuff from this. She has just got a great voice for that kind of stuff. Bobby Martin with Love. This is from, this features her big hit For the Love of Him, so that puts it in 1968, 69, somewhere in there. I love this. United Artists Records. It has the film company logo there. I don't know if you can see that. And this United Artists label, I do not have very much of. I think I have 1 single by it. This was their original label. I have the one that became popular in the 70s, the tan label that was on Don McLean's stuff, and then later on the colorful label from the late 70s that had Crystal Gale and Kenny Rogers, although he was, he shifted to Liberty when they reactivated it. But I love the different labels of those. The Aznavour story from Charles Aznavour. This is actually some of his older stuff. I didn't become a fan of his until later. I had heard his music, but I didn't really know who it was until I did some research when Julie and Julia came out. And a song called Mes Emels, which I love. This is way too old for that one, but I love his voice. We just lost him a couple years ago. He was 78, I believe. French legend, legendary crooner, always fun to have. The History of the New Seekers, recorded live at Royal Albert Hall. This has got all their big hits on it. Belonged to Sue at one point. I'm not familiar with this, but I looked it up and I thought it would be interesting. The Yanks, made in the USA, made in the States. I don't have anything on DTI label, so this is new. The label is new to me. And I'm not familiar with the song. It's basically an EP, 6 songs. But I'm very curious as to what it sounds like. It's going to be mid-80s power pop from what I've read, so that'll be fun. Here's the other Melissa Manchester I mentioned, Home to Myself. This, I believe, was her very first album. It was released in 1973. Although this is a reissue. It would have to be because it's on Arista. Gatefold. I'm not familiar with any of the songs on it. But it does have a 1973 date, but the Arista Records, which didn't come into being until December 1974, so this is obviously reissued after her later success on the label. Engelbert Humperdinck, his greatest hits, including Release Me, all of his early stuff from when he had his TV show, and so on and so forth, stuff my mom loved. This is a UK issue. It is a 3-record set of Petula Clark. This is a Roulette Special Products Inc. It has 3 different colored basic flat labels. There's, I'll take them out here. One is yellow. One is green. The other kind of a reddish orange, burnt orange. The albums do include most of her big hits. The interesting thing is from the look of the picture and most of the other music, I would have figured it to come from the late 60s, but the song For All We Know is on here. Of course, For All We Know's big hit version was by the Carpenters, and that's from the 1970 film Love and Other Strangers, so this has to be at least late 1970 or early 1971. I love Petula Clark and can't wait to hear all of this. Bobby Sherman, the Scrapbook album. This includes the actual booklet that original came with it, the pictures and such. I think this is interesting. At some point during his childhood, I would assume. Let me find this. I was looking at this. Bob Sherman received a complete. I can't even. The print is so tiny for me. Completed a Steinbeck course of fire prevention, and was a active member on the junior fire department for the Los Angeles Fire Department. I think that's interesting. He also received a school safety certificate. I say this because for the past 30 years, after retiring from the entertainment industry, Bobby Sherman has been a paramedic in Los Angeles for the last 30 years. He actually retired back in the mid-2010s. This is his album from that period, and I'm not sure which hits were on here. Let me take a look real quick. I'm just trying to get all of this stuff. This is his second album, has Julie, Do You Love Me and Hey Mr. Sun on it. So that's a lot of fun. Oh, I have a third one. I'm sorry, I thought I only had two. Melissa Manchester's Singin'. This is a later one, I believe, and it features mostly standards. Oh, not that late. 1977. Oh, Sad Eyes is on here. Yeah, that was another one of her minor hits, so I know this. That should complete my Melissa Manchester 70s and 80s. I'll have to look and see. I have this already, but I wanted it because it's in slightly better condition. I needed an upgrade. That the cover is in way better shape than mine, and it has the original book thing with it. Partridge Family, up to date. This is the second album. This is the album with Doesn't Somebody Want to Be Wanted on it. It includes the Partridge Family book cover. It is in much better shape than the one I have, so I figured I would upgrade at a very good price. And a few other odds and ends on this. The National Lampoon Radio Hour. This is the second one of these I bought. Comedy bits, of course. This one includes John Belushi, Christopher Guest, Chevy Chase, Harold Ramis, Gilda Radner, Richard Belzer, Bill Murray, and Lorraine Newman. These are going to be great. And this was on, as I said before, around the time Gilda passed away, so these are I think these are going to be hard to find eventually. Another Muzak disc that was a sampler. Caring for People. This one has a lot of different stuff from different eras. It's got everything from Hold Me, Kill Me, Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, and Desiree to You Don't Bring Me Flowers, and ABBA's I Do, I Do, I Do, I Do, I Do, and all kinds of stuff. This was one I couldn't wait to get my hands on because I collect radio-oriented stuff, and this is radio and television-oriented. SPM, Showcase Production Music. This is album 132, and it features about 20 tracks of production music. Production music is that music you hear behind the stuff that most of, like, people who do editing know what production music is, like myself, Steve over at Value Vinyl. Other people involved with radio or TV, they'll know what it is. So I'm very happy to have that. So those are the albums. Now, 45s. All of these were, I think, $1, and maybe a couple of them were a couple bucks or two or $3. One of them was a $10 one because it's a collectible. But I really, I don't normally buy 45s. I mean, I have tons of them. I have more 45s than anything else. I got like 2,500 of them. They're just not out of storage yet. Still in my closet in the 45 drawers. I added these because I don't have any of them in this form, and I wanted to have them. Bobby Vinton, and his country cover of Sealed with a Kiss. He had a hit with it in 1972. This is from 78. This is the one that I paid a bit for because it is a little rare. It is a Kellogg's issue, 33 and a third issue. Snap, Crackle, Pop. It comes from the Rice Krispies, obviously, but it has some six songs on it, so it'll be interesting. There's the label. Cheech and Chong, Earache My Eye. Do not have this on single. Paul Davis, Darlin'. This is one of the few Paul Davis singles I didn't have, so I grabbed it. Closer I Get to You from the summer of 78 by Roberta Flack and Donny Hathaway. Do not have this one yet. I have this on MP3 but not on vinyl. Nights Are Forever Without You, England Dan and John Ford Coley. I do have the album now. I bought it from Record Krate also. One of Red Sobine's trucker songs, Phantom 309. Love trucker songs. I'm going to do a whole series of trucker songs one of these days. Sugarloaf featuring Jerry Coretta and Don't Call Us, We'll Call You from the mid-70s. Obviously not the right sleeves, but that's not a problem. Neil Sedaka and his ballad version of Breaking Up Is Hard to Do. Don picked up the other one, the original version. He was selling both of them. And Brownsville Station's original of Smokin' in the Boys' Room. I don't have very many original Big Tree Records labels. Most of the Big Tree record labels I have are like this from England Dan and John Ford Coley. So this is early and I don't have that. So that's my haul this time. I have a few more titles coming. There's more sales this week. So there'll probably be more in the near future. Adam, you're too good to me. Thank you so much, and I appreciate your always great care, great grading. I've never been disappointed with the condition of anything I've bought from you, and I never will be. I have a feeling, because you are very good at all this. And the CDs, of course, they all look playable to me. I didn't see any problem. I know you said you didn't go in and dive in and see them. You were just selling them all out of that big sale you had for $1 a piece, and I'm like, they all look perfectly playable to me. I'll have more. I have a lot of contest entries I want to do, but I don't know if I'm going to have time. And I also have a few threads I want to do, and I'm also keeping up with Robert Zee's little lottery thing, because I'm going to be one of the people giving that stuff out this year. So if you haven't found out about that, go over to Robert Zee's Shenanigans channel. I think it's Robbie Z or Bobby Z. Shenanigans is the title of the channel, and find out what's going on with that, because everybody talking about VCLT is going to be a lot of fun. Don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Please hit the thumbs up and hit that notification bell so you know when I have new stuff coming out. I'll have plenty more this week, including a new series that will debut. It was supposed to debut today, but I couldn't work it in, so it will debut Monday. I'm just in time for February and Valentine Heartbreaks, all coming up in the next few days. Until then, I'm TC. See you later. Bye-bye.